Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is Friday. I don't have my watch on. I think it's December 18th. Flosstube number 52. And it'll be Vlogmas number 18. We'll just do the combo on this Friday morning. So I hope y'all are off to a good start. I have some coffee over here and obviously I haven't drank enough of it because I still don't have my watch on, so go me. Oh well. I did have some questions and comments, and then I have some work to show and things I've been working on. So let's see. First, questions and comments. Heidi had also said that she was having the same problem I had with finding the clips for these candles here. And I bought some more at the antique store. And let me see, a couple of y'all let me know. Lauren, Teresa Mack and Teresa said GDR is the German Democratic Republic. It was in existence from 1949 to 1990. It's the old East Germany. It's what we used to think of as the East Germany. So that's where my little, on the back of the package, that's what those initials GDR were for. But I couldn't find my other box of candles. Well, James Williams helped me find them, and they had got hot. I guess during the move was why I couldn't find them last year, and I used my burgundy ones on the tree over there. So then a couple of y'all came through, and Heidi specifically said search for German candle clips, and then you can find the replacement on there. And James Williams, I asked you to remind me to print something, and you didn't, and you're not even in here to hear me going on like this. Yike. So I searched for German candle clip replacement candles, and there were a lot of them, and something Adelman's, a name that I recognized from some of my different ornaments and things like this. But I found some of them had Amazon accounts, and this was one of them. I think it's Heideman's, something like that. And so I ordered them, white candles. That's them in the holders right there. And they were not expensive. I think this was like 10 bucks. And they fit in there. They're a little thicker than the ones I have in the living room, but they work in there just fine. These are the ones that are actually made for it. The ones in the living room are just some of those old hand-dipped join wick candles that I've had from something. I bought them somewhere knowing I needed candles for those clips many years ago, and just clipped the little wick on them, and they worked great. So these say they burn 1.5 hours and you get 20 pieces, but I've never burnt mine. I'd be horrified to light that tree on. That would be, how people did that, I cannot imagine. That is too much for me. And once again, what I was just going on in my brain about, James Williams was supposed to help me print Frankie's pattern, A Wicked Stepmother. Her pattern is so cute. It's a little gnome, and it's on Etsy. She has some beautiful thread that I have yet to get ordered, and I need to get on that. So y'all go look at that, let her Etsy site. It's A Wicked Stepmother, and look at that thread and that little gnome pattern. He's so cute. And I told James Williams last night, can you help me remember me to go print that? Because I always print things wrong. So, and it did get done again. But Etsy, while we're on Etsy, I will go ahead with this. Y'all, I don't know what to do. This little pattern right here is proving to be something else. I had, like I said, it's just a little rhyme. It's a preschool rhyme. I searched and searched to try to be sure it was not written by anyone, that no one had claimed it. From everything I can find, it's in the public domain. But all I can figure out, and I still have not heard back from Etsy, is that somebody reported it as a copyright infringement, even though I cannot find that it's copyrighted or owned by anyone anywhere, because it goes back to like that there's an ancient old apple tree song that they used the rhyme from and changed it up. I can't find anything about it. So as soon as I do, y'all, I hope it will open the site back up. I don't know why someone would have done it, because surely if it was the person who wrote it, they would have contacted me and said, hey, I own that, you need to take that down. And no one has. Because there's an email on the Etsy side that if that was the case, someone could have done that. So I can't imagine what in the world or why in the world, but that's where it sits right now. And I just don't know what to tell y'all, except that Etsy just disappeared me. And I don't know what to do because I have not heard from them, and people on the online forums say it can take 2 days to 2 weeks for them to get back to you. I know a couple of y'all said that they refunded your money. I don't know. I don't know what to do, y'all. So as far as that goes, I don't know what to say. I tried to do my due diligence and be sure that it was not privately owned by someone. It's just a little rhyme that I've said with the girls that, I mean, I see it all over things that people have used at different places because it's a little preschool rhyme that people use in preschool and stuff. So I don't know. But so whenever it gets back up, I will let y'all know. I don't know. We're at the mercy of the gods of Etsy at this point. Annalise said you can get 10 clip-on candle holders with clips and candles for $17, and I think on Amazon. So that is another way to get some of those if y'all just want some for your little ornament tree or whatever. So that was a good way to get some, and you didn't have to go to the antique store. Tammy reminded me this, a couple of y'all asked about Blackbird's winter delivery here. This beautiful pattern. And I couldn't remember where I got it. I said, I don't think it's in any of my books, but I must have borrowed it or something. She reminded me that I had borrowed it from her many years ago in 2016. So through the lending library. And there's, the Blackbird's lending library, Fans of Blackbird, and it has a lending library. So you have to join the Facebook group, Fans of Blackbird Designs, on Facebook and be active on it for a while. And if you are, then you can join the lending library and borrow patterns that are out of print. They only loan out of print patterns, and you can't join today and say, hey, send me this. That's not how that works. They have to be sure that, you're a real person and that you seem like you're going to return people's things, because these do belong to people. Pat Geary is good enough to run it and keep track of it. And I don't know how in the world she keeps it all straight, but she does. And so I borrowed this from Tammy and stitched it so many years ago. And it's still one of my favorites, with all those beautiful little French knots on there and the little, their little eyelet stitches on there. And I just love it. So it's Blackbird's winter delivery. It's Loose Feathers number 5, I think, if I remember right. So it is out of print. You can probably get it on a secondary market somewhere, but this red fabric, I think I ordered off 123 Stitch years ago, but I don't remember what it's called. And I didn't keep any records back then, so we'll just put that down there for now. I was supposed to try to hang it back on the tree and fall off the stool and break my neck and all that. Vicky was laughing about my Sonic story, about me getting mad at the guy at Sonic, and she said, when I was telling it, she was sitting there to say it, she said, good Lord, woman, you're in Texas where every pickup truck has a gun. Truth. All I know is they better shoot fast and they better shoot straight, because I carry a knife, and if you make me mad enough that I pull it on you, I'm certainly going to use it on you. I will stab you to death. Don't even think I won't. If you pull a gun on me and I live to get to you, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. That's all I know. So I've had my butt whooped before, and I'm sure I'll have it done again before I die, because I don't have much sense, but it is what it is. Yes, he probably could have shot me, but like I said, he better shoot fast and straight, because if I get to him first, it's on. Elusive Dreams said, and I think Darlie has told me about this one, and I think I've watched it before, but I'm going to go try to catch it today. Susie Reno and Flosstube number 19. I think that's the one where she has the shelves, where she displays her cross stitch on. But I'm going to go double check and be sure that that's her, because if so, y'all, that Susie Reno and Flosstube number 19, those shelves are beautiful. And she just, changes her pieces out on them. and arranges them on there real pretty. So that is a genius idea, and I think that's what that is, and I'm gonna go double check. Lori had a problem with her Ada shrinking more one direction than the other direction. It is an even weave in that they're perfectly square when you look at them. But I could see because of, just like the selvage on any fabric, you know, will stretch more one way than more one way, that I think she did bake it. And I think that probably caused it to pull up, you know, like more one direction than the other direction. So just be mindful of that. You might check it before you start stitching if you have baked it, to be sure that you're gonna end up like right. Because I have also been stitching and thought, hey, what's going on? I've made a mistake. This isn't square. But then when I measured it, it was square. So sometimes it just, something will look off square because the way the design is turned or something. So measure it and be sure that it's not, but sometimes that is what it is. And you know, uneven, like linens, you know, can be longer one way than the other way, like that. So some fabrics will do that, and it will, you know, kind of change the shape and size of the design. So if it's a problem, you know, check that first. Holly wanted to know about, let me see if I can tilt this over here, about my tall Santa Claus right there. I got him many years ago. Our Hallmark here in town has an after Christmas sale. And I used to go all the time. And that's what Daddy and Nanny would get us for Christmas, was a gift card to she has a Hallmark, and she has 3 shops, I guess. And they would get us a gift card. You could use it any of those 3. And did we use many of those 3? Maybe we could just use them at 2. That's irrelevant at this point, right? But anyway, she owned a Hallmark, and then she owns a gift shop and a clothing shop. And I think I got him at the gift shop. It's called the Briar Patch in Waxahachie. But I mean, that's been many, many years ago. But he's a Jim Shore. I'm sorry, y'all. Dang. He's a Jim Shore Santa. And sometimes I put a little tea light down in his little lantern. He is getting really old and starting to crack some. Let me see. Oh, and I'll stand up. Y'all see my ugly sweater. This is this ugly sweater right here. See if I can pick him up without. I probably should pick him up. He's starting to get a little crack right here. But I've had him over 20 years, so 20 years or so, so he's not new by any means. But I do love him. I'm surprised he survived. I think the crack began when the kids dropped him down out of the attic one year. He was still at that point all encased in styrofoam, but I think that probably did not help at all. Just scooch him right back there where he goes. But I do love him. And then there's another big Santa head over the oven and the stove part, like over that Benahood thing. I don't know what that's called. But I guess we'll look at him. I think we're going to do a pumpkin roll tomorrow or Sunday. We'll do the pumpkin roll tomorrow or Sunday on the vlog, and we'll look at him then. I've had him a long time too. I got him at the same place. I got him at Kirsty's at the Briar Patch in Waxahachie. I don't think she has an online shop, but she has beautiful, beautiful things in there. So if you ever get over this way, definitely draw it in there because she got beautiful stuff. Sue mentioned those, y'all remember, and I haven't seen them in a long time. She said don't go looking for them because she has the sugars and she can't have them no more. But y'all remember those big candy canes? They used to be in the store and they were like huge, and they were like big around like I don't know, like this, you know, like giant. Y'all remember those? I haven't seen those in a long time. She said her mom would always get them. And I thought, you know what? I haven't seen those things in forever. I'm a big fan of the Bob's peppermints because they're the soft ones. The sticks and the little, it's like they chopped a stick up because it's not a starburst like another peppermint you would think of, like a Brock starburst. It's not like that. It's like they just chopped off of a little soft peppermint stick. And those are so good. And those are the ones that make the good cough medicine if you will push down and push them in the jar and fill up like a mason jar, just a short mason jar. And then pour whiskey in there. That does make a good cough medicine if you are having trouble. It will open your head up and help you go to sleep. So, for what it's worth. I'm not a doctor and that's not medical advice, but it works. Lori, I am so excited. Lori, y'all know Lori sent my Signs from Heaven with the Cardinals, and she sent 2 more to share. And she runs she does a big testing center up there in Colorado. And she is getting her shot today. So I'm so excited that some of our frontline workers are starting to get some shots for their vaccines. And hopefully, y'all, that is a light in the tunnel. It may not be the light at the end. There's at least a light in the tunnel at this point. So fingers crossed that there is plenty to go around and people don't act crazy about it and all that. Tammy had asked about cutting my rounds of the mat board and said she could not I could never get them to cut straight either. I was buying little, a little circle thing that you put behind the doorknob to keep it from getting knocked into the wall. It's real flat. It's like a little plastic thing. I have bought those, cake rounds. Somebody suggested cake rounds. Several things to keep a good round because I couldn't get my scissors, my regular scissors, to cut round. And I forgot to grab them and bring them in here. But the ones I have are by Fiskars. And they're Fiskars Amplify 6-inch mixed media shears. The number on them is 170620. Fiskars 170620. They will cut that mat board. They are great. That's the only thing I've ever been able to cut around with. My scissors, I don't know if it's my scissors, my hand strength, I don't know what, but I can't get it to cut a nice circle until I got those. I saw them at a Tuesday morning. I got them at Tuesday morning last year, right after Christmas. I did find them online at a couple places. One of them was called Widget, like W-I-D-G-E-T, Supply, had some. I think they said they had 10 pair left, and I don't think they were that expensive. Maybe, I don't know, $15 or something. It wasn't bad. So those work, and you can actually cut around out with those, because if not, I can't get, using my regular scissors, I can't get a round to cut a good round. Okay, now where am I? Oh, Nancy, when we were talking about good finishing tutorials, she said, she typed Emily D, and I don't know why my brain didn't catch that either. Nancy, it's Helen D, and I've watched Helen numerous times, and she does a very good floss tube, and she has a good finishing tutorials too. So, Helen D, though, not Emily D. So she and I, neither one, were quite awake at years when we were typing last week. Cheryl asked about what tree in the living room. I got it at the Sam's a couple of years ago. It's a 9-foot something, skinny. I like a tall, skinny tree now that I'm older. I did not used to. I had a big hang up with it. I liked a big old fat tree. That's what I wanted always. And I am very particular about my tree, and we have had all the problems with the trees over the years because I always liked a real tree. I was a real tree person all the time, always a real tree person. And when Micah was born in September, she was sickly anyway. You know, I had walking pneumonia when I was pregnant with her the whole time, and they couldn't get rid of it. And so I coughed and coughed and coughed. Well, she was sickly as all get out when she was born, and she just kind of, you know, laid there. And I really thought that she had developmental issues, and the doctor kept saying, no, she's going to be fine. She's just going to have to get caught up. And I was like, no, really, we need to get her in some, you know, some therapy and stuff right now. And he was like, no, she's going to be fine. And I was like, no, seriously, I can take it. It's okay. And he was like, no, she's going to be okay. I promise. But, you know, like I said, Shadow was walking. I have pictures of her squatted down on her haunches by Micah, and Micah can't even sit up. And they're only 50 days apart. Micah is still leaned up. I've got her leaned up in a little bean bag in the picture. And Shadow is literally walking, and walking good enough that she can squat down and make the picture. So she was real slow coming on. But then when I put up my Christmas tree, and I didn't make the connection at first. She got super sick, just coughing, snotting, just all the mucus. It was a nightmare. And I took her to the doctor, and finally he said, look, something is causing her to flare up like this. What have you changed? Did you get a new pet? Did you not? And I'm like, no. And he said, what about any plants? Anything like that? He said, did you put up a Christmas tree? And I said, well, of course I put up a Christmas tree. Of course I had my Christmas tree up. And he said, well, how long have you had it up? And I'm like, since Thanksgiving. I put it up Thanksgiving night. And he was like, well, there's your problem. I had to go home and undecorate the tree, take all the decorations off, throw away that tree. And I was crushed. And so James Williams went looking for a tree to replace my real tree obsession, and I was so sad. And of course, no, I'm not going to leave the tree up. I mean, it's not worth my baby being sick for sure. But I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have an ugly tree. I'm going to have an ugly fake tree. Oh my gosh. And I was ruined. Y'all, just devastated. Well, he came home with this tree, and I was not crazy about it. I'm going to be quite honest. I was like, and he had tried really hard. It was, in retrospect, it was a beautiful tree. At the time, I did not feel like it was a beautiful tree because I wanted my real tree back in my brain. But he had found a very good, real looking fake tree and brought it home. Well, then we put it up. We redecorated the tree. And we decorated this tree for years and years and years. Until the very top piece, the little shaft, broke. And the year, I guess Michael was a senior in high school, or she was in college. She was way grown. I was gonna go get another tree. And she throwed a fit. No, Mommy, you cannot replace that tree. I've had that tree my whole life. I'm like, baby, it's broke. It's broke. And she kept on to her daddy went in the garage and put some dowel rods around it and wired it up to make it last another year. And since then, I guess we've had maybe two trees since then. But so we do have, I am Christmas tree particular around here, and I always have been. I love a pretty tree, but back then I liked a really big fat tree. But as the years have gone by, I've seen the sense in just having a skinnier tree works better for us. We're active, we're all over the place, we're rowdy, I've always had pets, the kids have had pets, dogs, and they come at Christmas and they bring their dogs, and so we had cats and things, and so we, the skinny tree, I'm trying to scooch my little bench up here. The skinny tree does work better for us because it doesn't take up as much room. You can kind of push it in the corner, and then it just kind of stays put. It doesn't stick out in the floor so much to get caught when the boys go running by, picking, poking at each other and things like this. It's just that's just what we do. That's how we are. And pictures over the years at Thanksgiving, you can see the boys, CJ's on one side and Keely's on the other side, and my daddy's in the middle. And CJ is laughing, and Buddy's just smiling like he's supposed to be, and Keely's laughing. Well, it's because I'm trying to make this picture, and one of them is, well, I guess you could just say, I guess it was Keely hitting CJ in the back of the head every time I try to snap the picture. I mean, we're just ornery. That's just us. So a skinny tree is safer in here because it just helps us maintain some level of normalcy. And there are clear glass icicles. I was gonna grab one, but I forgot. They are, they're kind of shaped more like little, nearly like a tear, they're like a reverse. Here, hang on, hold please. I'll grab one. That'll just make it easier. I've had them a long time. They're nearly more like a raindrop or a reverse icicle. see them up against my sweater? So they have a little, so they're, you know, nearly like an icicle should be shaped like that, but these have the loop at the top, and they're gorgeous, and they catch the light so pretty. And I've had them many, many, many years. A couple have, you know, gone the way of the fat tree, probably just for that same reason, because of rowdiness. So Charlotte, I don't know, I think I got them at Macy's maybe like a million years ago at one of their after Christmas sales. And they're beautiful. Teresa said look into gumroad.com for doing on charts. I'm gonna look into that. And oh my gosh, and I'm sitting here, and I think Linda, I forgot to write it down, sent me looking at Cooking with Brenda Gant. She's from Andalusia and Alabama, and that's where my granny came here from. She would be my great granny, but she came here from there on a wagon. She would tell that she remembered riding on the back of the wagon with her legs dangling off the back when she was a little girl. And she's the one that made the gingham around the world quilt that I have. And so I went and found her yesterday while I was cooking dinner. I turned it on, and I love her. I love her so much. She reminds me so much of Granny. Granny always had a bun. She always, I mean, her hair was long, 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 but you never seen it. It was always like in a bun back here, wrapped all up. And you never seen it down, but except at night occasionally when she would rebraid it. But she always had her hair up in a bun, and she, you know, would cook, and of course I could have whatever I wanted. So, you know, I liked her even more. And if anybody is waiting on mail from me, I am waiting to see if we're in the all clear, and if we're not in the all clear, then I'll wait the 14 days to mail things. So if you're waiting on a chart or fabric or anything, they say they don't think there's any contact on it, but just to be safe, I'm just making a stack. And well, of course I can't take it to the mail anyway, but I could leave it on the porch, and you know, Mike will come by and pick it up. But just to be on the safe side, I'm just making a big pile of it. And I'll see if when they give us the all clear, if I can get in the post office. If not, it may be a little longer if it has to wait till after Christmas, because holy moly, who knows at this point. And one of y'all, and I can't remember who, asked about what I use on my hair. This Garnier Fructis Root Amp. I thought it said all amped up, but it doesn't. It's Root Amp. I love this, especially now that it's getting longer. I had to put something in here or it's just gonna be flat. And then I use the Extreme Control hairspray. You can get it at the grocery store or wherever, because that's where I get it. Now, y'all had asked about this sweater, and I'm gonna hold the little, some of the blue I thought is what I wanted, but I'm gonna hold it up. It's one I had on in one of the vlogs this week. It's one of my favorite ugly sweaters. So the blue in the center, I thought at one point was like a rose, but I think that's a Christmas ball. Y'all see what y'all think here. Let me see if I can stand up where y'all can see better. I think that is like a Christmas ball with holly and some greenery across the top. This one is a Christmas present. If you look at it, you can see they did the two colors, so you can see the difference. There's a snowflake. There's a little candle. Then this one has a Christmas sock on here. It won't all fit in. There we go. And a candy cane. Let's see what else. Another stocking. Not good Lord, snowflake. Another present. And another candy cane. But I think you were wanting this one here, the Christmas ball, or this one here, the present. So let me know if you can't get a screenshot off of that. One of y'all knitters was going to try to make a knit pattern like that. And so let me know if that doesn't work. And y'all had asked about what I use. This is my favorite tripod. I don't have using the other one today, so I can try out this one. It is very inexpensive. I think it's like $10. And that's the little clicker that I use that goes with it. I have this halo light. I tried it here again. It's very cheap. Obviously, it has a word on the back that no one could understand. Q-I-A-Y-A, or someone can understand, but not me. And it's got a good light on it, like for taking pictures or whatever. But you see how it does? See how it's making it be, and I know it's because it makes a good picture. So it's like, but it makes it fuzzy. So I just use my lamp. Like it's just a lamp pointed at it so y'all can see the stitching and everything better, because if not, it's like really dark and you can't see the stitching and stuff is good. So I have over the time just realized that that works best for me, just using a lamp, just a regular lamp. So I got cards and stuff this week. Y'all are so sweet. That's my friend Sarah and her family. Look at, they're so adorable. They're so adorable. I got this from the beautiful Stacy and all her babies on here, from her and Rick and her beautiful babies. Look at that. I love that. And this from my friend Wes, who normally I see during the summer, and this time last year I was having lunch with you. James and I had lunch with you, and you were about to head out to California to see your daughter, and here I am not getting to see you this year, and we miss you. This one is from Daisy and Rich. All these beautiful cards, and I'm trying to be sure y'all don't show anybody's address. Oh, this is from my cousin Kim and Mark. Isn't that cute? Oh, and these are from our relatives in Decatur. She painted that picture. Look at that. I want to show that her beautiful painting. Isn't that fun? She likes all the good things. And then Miss Deborah, which my nose is supposed to start running on, I'm sorry, sent me this beautiful card. She got, she was a recipient of one of the charts. She sent me this beautiful card and said something she was stitching had this blue color in it and thought that I would like it. And I'm going to put it right here on this so y'all can see it. It's Cadet Blue by Weeks Dye Works. Not only does it match the card, but it is a beautiful blue. So thank you, Deborah. I love it. And if any of y'all wonder, I don't, until I get my, show it and get my thank you note written, I don't, the pictures of the girls last week in the little ornaments, I didn't have them on the tree this week because I hadn't done my thank you note yet. So until I did my thank you note, I try to not put them anywhere because I'm always afraid that I'll forget somebody. And so that is a huge fear of mine. Then I got this sweet, beautiful box here, and y'all are just gonna love this thing. This is from Linda. And look at this. And I'm gonna drop stuff everywhere. Just take one stitch at a time. And this is so cute. And then she filled it with all these little goodies. So these beautiful, look at this floss keep. Those are gorgeous. Look at that beautiful thing. With the red bird, can you see that on there? And this beautiful heart. And then she sent me all these little charms, these little finishing charms. So cute. And these little Santa Clauses. And I think I'm going to turn them into little thread drops on there. These little bitties, floss bitties, the little Halloweeny ones. Y'all know I love me some Halloween stitching. And these are the ones from Fat Quarter Shop that you can get from them. So cute. And then this beautiful needle binder, and I just have that project bag, and this matches it perfect. Y'all are so genius. But look at this threader. This is the most beautiful threader that I have ever seen in my life. And I'll see if I can see who makes it. My Big Toe. This is made by My Big Toe. But look at this threader. It's so beautiful. I have a little ugly threader, but this thing is gorgeous. So I'm going to attach it to my little sewing pillow thing. And so I'll have it with me all the time, and it's beautiful. So thank you so much, Linda. I opened this up and I was like, whoa, look at all this funness. Yeah, so I was so excited this week, especially after all the trouble I've had with my Etsy. I could use some happiness up in here with between the COVID and James having James being sick and Baby being sick and the dang trouble with the Etsy, because of course I'm freaking out that not only do I not know what to do, but what if somebody all paid for it and then didn't get it? And I don't even know. I do not even know what you're supposed to do with this kind of mess on the Etsy. And then I got this, and I did not get them put on because I didn't get this till late last night. Look at the fa la la llamas. Isn't that cute? And she said she sent me these nail things, and I have seen these to put the you put the nail polish remover on the little pad, and then you put this on your finger, and you just clip them on for a few minutes, and the pressure on there, it helps it come off super easy. So thank you so much. In this beautiful card, the Fa La La Llama here. I was just so excited when I opened them up, and oh my gosh, I buried the little things here. Here they are, Allison. Lord have mercy, I'm so disorganized. She does the color streets, and I know I've said all along how many times I love the color streets. So she sent me these adorable Christmas ones, and I haven't got them on yet, but they're so cute. I cannot wait. So even if I'm sitting here not going nowhere to do nothing, I can do my fingernails and they'll be pretty. So thank you so much, Allison. And she's Allison Norris. And on Facebook, she is No Fail Nails by Allison. And so she is a color street consultant. And she sent me a little book, which I've never seen before. I didn't even know they had a book, Allison. Holy moly. But it has, I was going to flip to some of the pretty sparkly ones. Here's some of the glittery ones. They have the holiday ones, the different ones on there. Animal print ones and all. Oh, if I was smart, I'd do this. So there's her phone number, and her Facebook is colorstreetnails.com/Allison Norris, but she's on FB, No Fail Nails by Allison. And y'all know I love these things because they come on and then you put them on and they're like dry instantly. And then I can use whatever I take off, I put on the girls' fingernails, and we have so much fun with this. We love these. So thank you so much, Allison. I will put them on mine by myself if I don't get to see my girls. And if I get to see my girls, hopefully, they were very sad because they thought today would be a shug day since there was no school today. But still no joy on the test. So we're still waiting. Jude, holy moly. Jude sent me this gorgeous little card with this little snowman. It's so cute. And look at this. Look at him. I'm trying to move my fingernails so you can see the most of him. There you go. He is so fabulous. And her fabulous stitching and the little beadwork. Jude, thank you so much. I love him, love him. He will be going right on the tree over there. Like I said, I don't put anything on until I show it to y'all and write my thank you note because I'm always so afraid. So if you ever don't get a thank you note from me, something has gone awry. Because I always try to write my thank you notes and never forget. And so then here, I've got one thing left here. What do I got here? I'll pull it over this way. Crystals. Crystal sent me this beautiful card. Look at all these berries. I think those, I don't know, down here our pyracantha berries look kind of like that, but they're orangey. So I don't know, these are from somewhere else, I guess. I don't have anything around here that I've noticed looking that red and burgundy. And I don't think it's a cranberry. My holly berries will be red, but they're an orangey red, more orangey like my pyracantha. So if some of y'all know what that is, chime in because that thing is gorgeous, and I don't see on here where it says. But Crystal is Tattletales and Pop-Tarts on Flosstube. And she made me this ornament, y'all. This is so dang cute. So here, she also sent the girls some little treats in here and some more little treats. So they will be super excited because y'all know we love us some painting and some crafts around here. But then this is the cutest thing. Look at that. He has little wreathy trim all around him. How cute is he? Little penguin she put in there. I love him. Love, love, love him. I'm going to have to watch the girls. Aria Kyle will be trying to snag him and put it. He'll be leaving in some of her bags if I don't watch her this morning. So thank you so much, Crystal. I love, love, love it. When I called and talked to him this morning, Aria was mad because Kimi had got it a gift at her Christmas party, these little sunglasses that were like 2 Christmas trees. And she had somebody give a milk, she was drinking milk out of it. It was a little glass with a screw-on lid and a straw, but it looked like a Christmas ball. And so she had these things that Aria did not have. And Aria let me know real quick that she thought they were ugly. And she did not like either one of them. And I said, well, would you like them better if we could get you one too? And she said, yes. There might have been a little bit of jealousy going on there. I'm just saying, just a little bit. A tiny, tiny bit of jealousy going on there. So we're going to have to try to find us some Christmas tree glasses for Aria Kyle so she can quit hating on her sister. But Mike informed me that I guess because Aria didn't have a pair, Kimi had already worn them all day yesterday. And I already had them on first thing this morning. And also had them on like Cousin It, which cracks me up. Well, even Cousin It does, but she has her, her hair's hanging down long, and she just has the glasses that they're not like on her ears. They're just kind of, her hair is in between. It's not pushed over. So I was dying laughing that one and the other would be so mad at the other. So they have been, I sure have been missing them, and they have been cracking me up. Okay, I don't think I have anything else over here. Now we can go to whips. Finally, whips. I have not got a lot of stitching done this week. I don't know, James here and vlogging, I have not got as much stitching done as I wanted, but this guy here is, and I think I only have 2 left. I forgot that I needed to finish these this year, but I had them stacked up, and so when Micah came and I had to go to the hospital, I just grabbed one and left. So this is Baba Black Sheep by Little House's Farmhouse Christmas series. And like I said, I think I have only 2 left that I haven't done. And I thought I would get it done last night for today, but I didn't. So it just needs the border finished. I got sleepy last night. So this is just so cute. And that barn is perfect. It is Cherry Cobbler. And that is a fabulous barn color. And don't forget, you got to go up and down if you're doing a barn house. Barn boards go up and down. House boards go side to side. And I love, love, love it. So I just got to finish the border on that one. And it will be a finish. And here are the called for threads on it, except for I'm out. I have just pulled this. No, 436 is one of the ones it calls for. I didn't have whatever's 436 on here. I don't think. Oh, it doesn't give another. It just says use 435 brown. And so I had the 435 brown, but what am I? Oh, roasted chestnut. So Shelly is getting me some roasted chestnut, and I'm out of the white, and I just started using my regular white DMC. I'm tired of trying to keep up with bamboo. This, I think, is what I used on the girl's face because I didn't have the whatever it called for her face on one of them. So, but those colors are fabulous, and I have really enjoyed this series. There are a bunch of them over on the tree over here, and so I will get this one finished, and I have another one finished that I need to FFO. I thought I would get this one finished and get both those FFO'd before today. Didn't happen. My Little House Winter ABCs with the sparkly stuff that is going to be the death of me. Let's see here. I didn't get anything put on boards. I just jumped up and did this morning. So we'll just roll with it. We will roll with it. This one is just, I love this. I love this. This is Coffee Club by Be Stitch Me that I've stitched it on. And I do love this on here. It just looks, it makes me think of like red mattress ticking for some reason. When I look at this, gingerbread and red mattress ticking is what I think of when I look at this. And both of those things I love. So both of those things make me super duper happy. So that's Winter ABCs by Little House. And then I spent a ton of time working on this little guy. He was running around in my head And I thought I would put him in the Etsy shop, but I don't know what's going to happen with him now. So stay tuned. I've been stitching on him. He's got his little muffler on here, and I put some little turkey work down here on the end. He's got some satin stitches, and then I chain stitched around his face. Of course, you wouldn't have to do the chain stitch, but I just, y'all know I like doing specialty stitches, and see if I can find a white envelope to hold up behind it, might help. Maybe this will have some. There we go. I love me a specialty stitch, so I just chain stitched around him. Of course, you could just do a regular cross stitch in those little squares, but I have had a lot of fun with him. And like I said, I thought I would put him up on Etsy. He has some words that are going to go on either side of him. He has some turkey work here and some satin stitch and chain stitch, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. And on him, he is on a piece of 32 count dirty linen that I had in my stash. And then I'm using my sulkies on here. And I love them. I've told y'all I just put a little bead on the end and then run a pipe cleaner through. And then they just sit like this on my ring. And they work fabulous. Y'all know I am a big fan of the sulky thread. So, my little Joy Snowman, I don't know what is going to happen with him, but I've been stitching a lot on him. This week is when I did stitch. So I'm loving him. He has some little skates. He looks super fun, but who knows what is going to happen to him in real life, because I don't know what's happened to the Etsy. Micah said there are other things we can do, so I don't know. We may look into that, but I did get some FFOs done. Finally, after all this time. And I didn't hang them up yet because I want to show you. On one of the vlogs this week, I was working on these, pulling them in on the back to make these guys. So these are the farmyard animals from Prairie Schooler. They're all in one leaflet. I think there's 6 or 8 of them on there. I'm gonna do the rest. These are done on what, 28 count tea-dyed Monaco that I got from Down Sunshine Lane. I know she carries it nearly all the time, I think. And it's done with my sulky threads. Look a little kind of a primitive look because it's just the one sulky over the 28. It's not like real thick coverage. I love it. These were a fun stitch. Here's the 2019 down here because I stitched these last year, and let me find my initials. They're right down here in between the grass, DLW, right there, and then 2019 right here. And I love stitching with the sulky threads. I'm going to try to grow my sulky thread collection. Then the little sheep, I got him finished. Here in DLW in 2019. He was a cute stitch. This is the one that I wanted to kick myself because it's why I didn't think when I was stitching it. For one thing, our sheep always had the dock tail. So I wish I'd left the tail off. And why I didn't reverse him, because our sheep always had, we always had, what is it, Suffolks or whatever. So we had, they had the black legs, the black face, and the white fur, white wool. And so I should have reversed him, but I didn't because, well, who knows why. And then the cow that caused such controversy in my family, because then I contacted the cousins trying to remember what our hosting cow's name was. Some of us think it was Spot. There's one who's holding the line and saying, no, that was his horse's name, but that was the horse's name too. But, so I put Spot here on her milk jug because Papa would milk her, and we had fresh milk all the time. It was so good. And then there's my initials, and I stuck the year somewhere. I don't know where on here. Lord, I assume I did. Sometimes it's hard to find. I try to kind of hide it in things, but anyway, there's that. And like I said, they're all done on that tea-dyed Monaco. My little house ornaments, the Farmhouse Christmas ornaments are done on the same. I just laced them around on the back, and then I just glued this on the trim and then glued this on the back. And I sewed my little 3 tiny jingle bells up top and then just left this knotted. So they'll just hang like this. Also, if I want to stand them somewhere, I can flap that back. So I always put that under the back piece. I don't put it up here where the bow is because I like to be able to, if I want to put it in a stand now, I can just flap it back. I talked to him about making these guys into drums and uses them as the top of the drums, but I don't have that kind of time in my life. So they just became ornaments. I need to get the rest of them stitched on there because they are so dang cute. So these and the Farmhouse Christmas, these should all be on separate trees. They should be on, these should have been on the office tree that I didn't put up this year. And then all the other just assorted cross stitch ornaments just go on this little tree. I had a different little tree that I put in here, but this is a new tree this year. But anyway, but now this year I didn't put up the big office tree. My drafting table's in there and I need to decide where I'm gonna move things around to. And I could have put the other big tree in the front bedroom, but I just decided, nah, this year everything got weird and pushed back. And so I'm just gonna roll with it. We're just rolling with it and just gonna let it be what it is. So those are my FFOs and my whips. I had a near finish on the other little house ornament. And I think I worked a little bit on one other thing, but I didn't grab it. On another one of my samplers, but I didn't grab it. Or maybe heaven is near. I worked on one of my other pieces, but it was just a few stitches. So I didn't grab it this morning. So I think that is about everything. Thank y'all so much for my stitchy kindness and my happy mails. They have really made me especially happy when I've been stuck in here and not getting to go visit anybody. So I'm very thankful to have y'all to talk to, because if not, I only have James Williams to talk to, and he doesn't care much to talk about some of my stitching and things. Even though he will listen, you can tell it ain't his bag. So hopefully we'll hear today. If not, we'll be hearing soon, whether we're on the clear or not. Baby was feeling better last night. So hopefully everybody is on the upswing. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. And like I said, either tomorrow or Sunday, I'll make the pumpkin roll and we'll do that on the vlog. They're super easy to make. They look hard, but they're not. They're crazy easy. So jump on if you want to figure out how to make a pumpkin roll. And if you're lonely and missing cooking with your granny, go look at Cooking with Brenda Gant, because she's on Flosstube, YouTube, and she is adorable. So y'all have a happy Friday. Bye.